Embarking on a weight loss journey is a significant commitment, often filled with excitement, determination, and hope for transformation. Yet, as with any path, there are roadblocks and misconceptions that can make the journey more challenging than it needs to be. Two common pitfalls frequently encountered by those striving to lose weight are the complete elimination of favorite foods from their diets and the improper use of tracking and measurement methods to monitor progress. Understanding these mistakes and learning how to avoid them can make the difference between lasting success and frustrating setbacks. When people first resolve to lose weight, the impulse is often to make drastic, sweeping changes. Fueled by enthusiasm and a desire for rapid results, many individuals completely cut out their most beloved foods, believing that strict deprivation is the only route to success. The logic seems simple. If chocolate, pizza, ice cream, or other high-calorie treats contributed to weight gain, then erasing them from the diet should guarantee weight loss. However, this approach is not only unnecessary, but can also be counterproductive. Depriving oneself of all favorite foods creates a sense of restriction. For a short period, willpower may sustain this restriction, but over time, the psychological strain of denying oneself pleasure can grow. Food is not just fuel. It is also a source of comfort, joy, social connection, and even nostalgia. The act of eating a favorite dish can evoke memories and emotions, providing more than just physical sustenance. When these foods are forbidden, cravings often intensify. The mind becomes preoccupied with thoughts of the very items it is denied, and instead of diminishing, desire can escalate. This state of deprivation can lead to what is known as the all-or-nothing mindset. In this mentality, eating even a small portion of a forbidden food is seen as a failure. A single indulgence might lead to feelings of guilt and frustration, prompting a person to give up entirely and binge on the foods they've been avoiding. The cycle then repeats: restriction, intense craving, overindulgence, and guilt. This yo-yo pattern can undermine not only weight loss progress, but also one's relationship with food. A more sustainable approach involves embracing balance and moderation. Rather than eliminating favorite foods, individuals can learn to incorporate them thoughtfully into their diets. For example, instead of eating an entire slice of rich cheesecake, one might savor a few bites, fully enjoying the flavor and texture. By practicing mindful eating, it becomes possible to experience satisfaction from smaller portions. Allowing room for occasional indulgences helps prevent the feeling of restriction, making it easier to adhere to healthier eating habits over the long term. There is substantial evidence supporting the idea that diets which permit some flexibility are more effective than highly restrictive regimens. People who allow themselves treats in moderation are less likely to feel deprived and are more likely to stick with their weight loss plans. This approach also fosters a healthier relationship with food, reducing the likelihood of emotional eating and binge episodes. Ultimately, weight loss is less about perfection and more about making consistent, balanced choices. Another common mistake on the weight loss journey is the improper use of methods to track and measure progress. In today's age of technology and readily available information, there is an abundance of tools designed to help individuals monitor their diets and physical activity. Calorie counting apps, fitness trackers, smart scales, and body measurement devices all promise to provide precise data to guide weight loss efforts. While these tools can be helpful, they can also be misused, leading to frustration and confusion. One frequent error is relying solely on the scale to measure progress. Weight is a fluctuating metric, influenced by many factors beyond fat loss, such as water retention, muscle gain, hormonal changes, and even the time of day. Stepping on the scale and seeing a higher number than expected can be discouraging, even if positive changes are occurring. For instance, someone who has started a strength training program may gain muscle while losing fat. Since muscle is denser than fat, the scale may not reflect the true extent of transformation. This can lead to the mistaken belief that the program isn't working, prompting unnecessary changes or even abandonment of healthy habits. A better approach is to use multiple indicators of progress. This might include taking body measurements such as waist, hip, and thigh circumference, or tracking changes in clothing fit. Progress photos taken at regular intervals can provide a visual record of transformation that the scale might not capture. Monitoring improvements in physical fitness, such as increased stamina, strength, or flexibility, can also be powerful motivators. Even non-physical changes, such as improved sleep, mood, and energy levels, are important signs of positive progress. Another pitfall involves becoming overly focused on meticulous tracking, to the point where it becomes obsessive or stressful. While logging meals, counting calories, and tracking exercise can offer valuable insights, these practices should not overshadow the importance of enjoying food and movement. If tracking becomes a source of anxiety or guilt, it can detract from the overall goal of improving health and well-being. It is also important to recognize the limitations of tracking tools. Calorie counts on food labels and in apps are estimates, not exact figures. The calories burned during exercise can vary widely depending on individual metabolism, effort, and body composition, making these numbers imprecise. Expecting perfect accuracy from these tools can lead to frustration. Instead, they should be viewed as guides, offering general direction rather than strict rules. Mindfulness can be a valuable complement to tracking. Paying attention to hunger and fullness cues, eating slowly, and savoring meals can help individuals tune in to their body's needs. This awareness can prevent overeating and promote satisfaction, reducing reliance on external measures. It is also essential to approach the process with patience and self-compassion. Weight loss is rarely linear. There will be periods of rapid progress, plateaus, and even setbacks. Factors outside of one's control, such as illness, stress, or changes in routine, can temporarily disrupt progress. Instead of viewing these moments as failures, it is helpful to see them as part of the journey. Perseverance and adaptability are key. Ultimately, successful weight loss is about creating a healthy, balanced lifestyle that can be maintained for the long term. This means finding joy in nutritious foods, allowing room for treats, moving the body in enjoyable ways, and using tracking tools as supportive aids rather than rigid enforcers. It means letting go of the need for perfection and embracing progress, however gradual. In summary, the journey to weight loss is fraught with challenges, but understanding and avoiding common mistakes can pave the way to success. Completely eliminating favorite foods from the diet can backfire, leading to cravings, binge eating, and a strained relationship with food. Instead, embracing moderation and mindful indulgence allows for satisfaction and sustainability. Similarly, relying solely on the scale or becoming overly fixated on tracking methods can obscure true progress and create unnecessary stress. A multifaceted, flexible approach that includes self-awareness, patience, and self-compassion offers the greatest chance for lasting change. The process is unique for every individual. What works for one person may not work for another. It is important to experiment, learn from experience, and seek support when needed. Working with a registered dietitian, nutritionist, or health coach can provide personalized guidance and encouragement. Support from friends, family, or online communities can also be invaluable. Remember, weight loss is not merely a physical transformation. It is an emotional and psychological journey as well. Cultivating a positive mindset, celebrating small victories, and treating oneself with kindness are as important as any diet or exercise plan. By avoiding the pitfalls of extreme restriction and obsessive tracking, and instead fostering a balanced, mindful approach, anyone can move closer to their health and wellness goals, enjoying the journey along the way. The next time the urge arises to banish all favorite foods or obsess over the numbers on the scale, pause and reflect. Ask, is this approach truly sustainable? Does it bring joy and satisfaction, or does it foster stress and resentment? By choosing balance over extremes, flexibility over rigidity, and self-compassion over self-criticism, the weight loss journey can become not just a means to an end, but a fulfilling and empowering experience in itself. In the end, the ultimate goal is not simply to lose weight, but to gain health, confidence, and a sense of well-being that endures. By sidestepping the common mistakes of total dietary restriction and misused measurement methods, and by embracing a holistic, personalized approach, lasting transformation is not only possible, it is within reach. Every step, every choice, and every act of self-care brings one closer to a healthier, happier self. And that is a journey well worth taking.